They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the UCF Knights, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Knights will kick it away to start. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Mississippi State's offense will go to work first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Rides to back and leaves it. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. Mississippi State going up-tempo.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man on the outside. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Motion from the wideout. Second down, they'll go to the air. Bates the grab on the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Now the pitch. Inside the 30. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Mississippi State. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And the big play starts with the quarterback making the right decision, getting the defense to come to him, pitching the football, and Jesse, the running back, catches it and does the rest.
He does, and he also had good blocking downfield, too. Some of those receivers outside helping him out, but, man, with his speed when he's on the perimeter, the options executed that well, it is virtually impossible to stop.
You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Knights offense has its first opportunity of the day. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Finds a tight end. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got him in the flat. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. The give on the option. Plows through the defense. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that 1st down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that 3rd down and short.
A little screen to the running back. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
The give to the single back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Got it behind the line. It's King. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a 1st down.
Well, they pick up the 1st against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second, try to freeze defenders with your eyes, and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They go to the ground. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on 3rd down. More cowbell. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Knights.
Nice job by the quarterback, hanging in the pocket, hanging in there. He knew he was going to take a lick. He took the lick, delivered a strike, and got the score.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they tacked on the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Skips away from pressure. Complete to the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Sets up the screen. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
Snap it to the back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I like the poise by the quarterback on that play, too, because a lot of times as a quarterback, you see the blitz coming, and immediately you want to audible, you want to try to throw the ball, but he knew that he had a good run play called, and he knew he could leave it on. Heads-up play by the QB.
Wide receiver comes in motion. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. On the option. Now the toss. Kept it on the ground on 3rd down. Picked up 5 yards, but it'll still be 4th and 1.
Now, 4th and 1.
This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, he's got some space. That'll be enough to give Mississippi State a fresh set of downs.
4th down and short, and where do they put the ball? In the hands of their quarterback. This guy is so good. They trust him. He runs the option and keeps it himself and gets just enough for the first down.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Now sliding to his left. Trying to escape and get it himself. He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. play of the period, first down here. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Hauls it in. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Leaves it with the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And you know what? The best third down offenses don't get to third down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard. Got a nice gain, popped one, got a first down. Who needs third downs if you can just pound it down their throat on second down?
They'll run the option. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Direct snap. And they finally ride him down at the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got it.
Touchdown, Bulldog! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Timely decisions, effective play management helps him get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed to play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it was a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this third down in Starkville. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Well, they execute the end route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
The Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Finds space on the right. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. The Knights are rolling down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. They're setting up the screen. Creates a little space. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. The Knights can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to throw again. Get it out on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
They'll need to get the ball to the 34 to convert this third down. Quickly complete. He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
And that is a different collision. When you're trying to hit the tight end after he catches the football, this ain't a 185-pound wide receiver. Most of these guys, 240, 250, 260, try to go low, take out those ankles. And you see a lot of times that's when they hurdle or they're used to it too. But those big, strong athletes are hard to get to the ground.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
Great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Give to the running back. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Trying to run it in. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UCF! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, and how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Looking downfield on first down. He'll try to do it. There he goes. And there was lots of space as he gets into the 39-yard line.
These quarterbacks are nightmares to play. Pretty good coverage on the outside. Man-to-man, nobody looking at the quarterback. He takes off. He doesn't look like a quarterback. Looks like a running back. Chews up yards, gets way down the field, and makes a big play for this offense.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They run the reverse. He's knocked down for a loss of 7.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections. But the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does, you knock it dead. And a lot of times for a loss and put the offense in a bind.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. And that is no good. And here in the second quarter, we remain all knotted up.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They're going to open this drive with a pass, using the quick game. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Caught in the backfield, it's York. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those balls that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
Pocket breaking down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Knights decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He tries to take the top off. And the timing just a hair off.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Got his man. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the left. They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Mississippi State right back to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
I'll tell you what, you could tell the defense knew exactly what they were doing. They were dialed in, took away the primary target. And then it's on you as an offense. Now I got to adjust. I got to do something different to what they're doing.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Starkville. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Davis-Wade Stadium.
Mississippi State has it teed up, ready to go here in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Wants to fire on second down. He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Good timing on the quick out. And it's a fumble after that huge gain. And this fumble bounces out of bounds.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
The offense down to the 22 on first and 10. He's got the tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
I'll tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Central Michigan needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Mount Pleasant behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by just 4 to Baylor. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Swings it out to his running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. That play looked as if it had a chance to be productive, but the open field tackle stopped it.
And it's tough to get a running back one-on-one on the ground in the open field. You want guys...
Lofts one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Here's the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. To the air on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Finds us back in the middle.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Off play action. He'll get rid of it. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls on the ground.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Reads it, fires complete. Still on his feet at the 45. Turning on the Jets. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep, don't give up those big plays, make them earn it all the way down the field. Bad job giving up the big play in the passing game.
A first down run in the red zone. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You've got to keep giving him the football.
After giving up that big play, this defense has been a rock. Third and goal coming. And that was a high percentage completion and a low efficiency pass. They lose yardage.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
That is no good. The missed field goal still leaves us with a double-digit deficit. Still a 10-point game. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. It'll be 3rd and long. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball.
Turning it on! They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Quick release on the RPO. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Back to pass. Rushes on him. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. And you've seen his athleticism, his speed, his bend, and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying play action. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Snagged out of the air. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Gonna run it. It's Marshall. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Rides the back on the option to give. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. First and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Third and goal, where the fire purifies and separates contenders and pretenders. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. Breaks into the open. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on first down, 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Flips it out to the back. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Knights have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Got it in the middle. It's York. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. He completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gives it on the option. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Marshall. Still on his feet. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. A strike downfield. Slippery slide. Finds his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra pointer right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the fourth. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Central Michigan needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Mount Pleasant behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 12 to Baylor. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. Defense, yes, he didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
Second down, they'll go to the air. They've got the play bottled up, fumble, it's out. He picks it up, still on his feet. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a fourth down. He would have loved to have been able to throw the ball past the first down sticks, couldn't get it done, and they couldn't create enough room off the dump down, Jesse.
So let's give credit to the defense then in coverage, taking all of the throws away and also doing a nice job of keeping the football in front of them, and then great effort making that tackle setting up fourth.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. How about that one? Fourth and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the first down.
Man, does that sting defensively. You get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a deep pass. That is a back-breaking play.
Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Got his man on the right. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Knights come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. It'll be a run on third and short. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Knights are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And this is always the time in the game when coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll take another shot here. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on down.
And the Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Gives it on the option. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Back open in the middle. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting them get some positive yards.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the 1st down. They want to run this quarterback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Loses 2. 2nd down coming up.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He'll do it himself. Oh, he's got some space. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Yeah, and you're seeing the open field running ability by the QB on that play. Nice job being patient, finding and allowing the blocks to set themselves up before he breaks off that long run.
The Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Hand off to the fullback. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
It's like a cheat code. You know what's coming, but it's so hard to stop when you got the big fullback who comes downhill when you need it the most on 3rd down and just falls forward. He's going to get the 1st down. It's so nice to have, and this offense is set up with a chance to run this clock out.
And the Bulldogs back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Pulled down after a a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job on this team being ready, getting the W.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.